everyone, my name is Nick. We're on the SEGA Genesis or Mega Drive depending on where you are in the world, and we're looking at some bone crunching action here. It's Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe, published by Virgin in Europe in 1992 or Arena in the US. It's developed by the famous Bitmap brothers in 1992 this was released, but based on the Amiga version, so it's a port from 1990. I really love the Amiga version, but it's a futuristic sports game where you must beat everyone. There's a choice of different modes, knockout, league or cup. We'll do league, and the idea of the league cup is to win the first division. You start off as a lowly side in the second division and you must improve the stats of your players using the gym or buying transferred players. There's various ways to score points in each match, and I have to be really careful that this review doesn't go on for hours, so I'm going to limit myself to 3 games. It's a game I've already reviewed, of course, on the Commodore Amiga, which I grew up with. We play a team called Brutal Deluxe here. Reviewed it on the Game Boy Advance, the Commodore 64, which was quite impressive, and a version of it on the PlayStation 3. But for me, nothing ever touches the Commodore Amiga version, so let's have a look, see how this looks. Well, it plays quite similar. There's a few sounds missing, it seems. Yeah, but plays very, very similar. The colour palette's a little bit... Yeah, the colour palette's similar as well. As Damocles score against us straight away. They electrified the ball there for a while. So it plays... Yeah, it plays the same so far. Get ready. Yeah, there's no ambient crowd sound, so I'm missing that straight away, so it's not as good as the Amiga version, but plays identically, I think. Maybe a little bit quicker, unless that's my imagination. We've got the multiplier there. If we get it round once, all our scores are worth 1.5 times what they would be normally. If we did it twice, they're worth double. Now, the ways to score points in this game are by scoring goals like that, by hitting the bounce domes you see on the pitch, or the stars, which hopefully I'll get a few, on either side of the pitch there. Come on, Nick. Now, we're losing. Damocles are quite a good side in Division 2. The best one are still Fury. Did you have this on the machine back in the day? Let me know. What was really good about the Amiga version, iconic as well, is there's a guy in the crowd every time you score who shouts, "Ice cream, ice cream." That seems disappeared from here. So this looks identical apart from the ambient crowd sounds and the guy shouting ice cream. It's a bit of a shame because I think the system could have done that. Got 2 stars lit up there, as you can see. What a goal that was. Yeah, so you can do slide tackles, injure players, and the length of time you leave your finger on the fire button dictates how high and how fast the ball goes. So 28 plays 30. We might get a fluke win out of this one. We won't be playing all 2 divisions. Well, as I say, I'll try and limit myself to 3 games. If you see myself going into 4 games, shout, "Nick, Nick, you're going on too long." We just want to see how it plays, how the transfer market plays, and possibly the gym as well. The best way to strengthen your side is to do it gradually in the gym by upgrading things like throwing arms, strength, intelligence, all those sort of categories. I think there's about 9 different categories. Or if you're impatient and want to do it quick, you can buy players on the transfer market. Although that will get you initially quicker, it won't get you a stronger side as if you did it all naturally. Yeah, so I'm losing it here. 52 plays 28. Hopefully we get an easier side. Now the game's in 2 halves of around about 90 seconds each time. You kick up first, then down the second time. It's always the blues against the reds, I believe, in this game. The PlayStation 3 version, you had different colours and more teams and so forth, but it was a little bit too easy. If you had this on the Amiga, you'll be immediately at home with this game. It plays the same. It's just that there's a few sounds missing, really. The Commodore 64 version, do check out my review of that. The stadium seems a little bit bigger, although that plays really well for an 8-bit system. I believe it also came out on the Master System as well, but I haven't reviewed any Master System games. Don't know if we'll change that in the future if people want that. But yeah, it came out on that as well, so I don't know how that compares, but it never came out on the ZX Spectrum. Right, so it's 40 plays 52, and they've scored again. Replay. Yeah, I do miss the ice cream man. It just seems to cut. The crowd only chip in when there's a goal. You'll see, if you're unfamiliar with this game, you'll see there's energy bars representing blue or red depending on who's got the ball. The lower that gets, the closer the player is to an injury, when they've run out of energy, the robo-docs will come on and escort the player off. So hopefully we'll get to see that as well within 3 games. We should do if I play some of the lesser teams and upgrade some of my players, because the stronger you are, the more damage you do to your opposing players. You'll damage them more by tackling them from behind. Whoops, the best team in the game are Super Nashwan. Oh, come on. So from the screenshots, you wouldn't really know the difference between the Amiga version and this one. So it's the closest to it I've played. And we've lost, there we go. But not by a great deal. We haven't upgraded our side at all. There we go. So we're Division 2. Check out Steel Fury, they're the best team there. Right, and that puts us 5th in the table. We play each team twice in a normal league. If you come first, you get promoted. If you come second, I think you end up in a playoff. So, great. So, Revolver, they're the worst team in the game. So, we should make a bit of ground here. You get extra money by collecting coins on the pitch, which we'll see on the next game, no doubt. So, there's 2 players we can get. This forward or this defender. Probably best to get the striker, I'd imagine. Right, I can't seem to be able to buy him. What's going on here? So this is different. Yeah, I'm clicking on buy. I think it's because I need that green box on the right to hover on the actual striker. You only replace like for like. How can I do this? Yeah, I was hoping just to go across with the joystick and that green box will change. Let's exit and go out again. That might work. Right, I do want to buy a player. We'll put it on, if we fix it on a striker here and go back in, that might work. No, it's back on the goalkeeper. Let's try some buttons here. I do want to get Quiz. Yeah, it's not letting me buy him. Oh, there we go. So yeah, so it was button B to activate that side. So that was a temporary thing, but quickly worked out, because I haven't read the instructions again. But we know how Speedball 2 works. So I've got a meaty striker now. By no means the best in the game, but better than the guy I replaced. Right, so you see my stats here. My attack's gone up from 100 to 127. So hopefully we're going to show some serious stuff now. Hopefully we'll get one of their players injured, but they've got the ball straight away. Oh man! The worst team in the game has scored straight away. Now see those coins there? They're worth 100 credits each time. If we get enough of those, then we can buy another player, or at least upgrade some people in the gym. Yes. What's your favourite version of this you've played so far? As I say, I've reviewed it on the Amiga, the Game Boy Advance, the Commodore 64 and the PlayStation 3. I loved it on all 3 versions. Some of them play slightly differently. But yeah, but as I say, I do tend to get carried away and end up playing it for hours. We won't be doing that this time. I'm on the case, folks. Reviewed a lot of games on the Sega Mega Drive that are ports of Commodore Amiga. Thought I'd start off there because I've got a lot of knowledge of the Commodore Amiga because I grew up with that, and then we'll branch off onto other stuff as time goes by. Alright, that's a coin. Come on. Power-ups on the pitch as well. That gives us extra energy. That plus sign. Goal. Other power-ups are tackle all players at the same time. Boost everyone's energy. There's a minus sign for that. For slowing people down. And extra intelligence and throwing arm, all that sort of bizzo. And a teleport to your star players. The ball will automatically go to your striker. Right, almost got the stars. If I light up all those stars, we get an extra bonus. Oh, thought that was going to go in. But 27 plays 12. I think we're going to gradually edge these people out. Right, let's get the bonus. Yeah, there we go. The Amiga version did sort of like a fanfare when that happened. It looked like it tried to do that, but then cut out. And we've taken a big lead against Revolver. There's no way they're getting back into this. Get ready. Ice cream, ice cream. There's no ice cream at this one. The PlayStation 3 version, it's called Speedball Evolution, that one. It gives you different stadiums and gives you cyborg teams to play against as well, and intergalactic cups. Well, we're tracking that down. And available on, well, I've got it on my phone as well, iOS system. So Apple, really. I don't know if it was out on the Android. I presume it must have been. 78 plays 12. We shouldn't lose this unless I have some big problems. But I just want the Robo-Doc to come on. Check out the red bars of energy. We want that to go as low as possible. And we smash some of these players. We've collected a few coins, so I might have enough for an extra player. Again, if there's anyone on the transfer market. Sometimes there's no one there. Yeah, a few coins. I need to get some of those. Where you tend to start winning this game is if you get a good... Oh, man, own goal. When you start getting a great, fast midfield player. Control it. When you just got a striker, sometimes it's hard to get the ball up to him. Lots of good futuristic sports games out there. Metro Cross on the Spectrum, Rocket League on the PlayStation 4 and so forth. Brutal, what was that? Brutal Sports Soccer, I think it's another good one. That's on the Commodore Amiga. Yeah, just got that coin in time. Come on, that was my strike. He didn't really need to pass. There's a barge pad down the bottom right there, was. There's the walk gate. We throw the ball through there. And they've deactivated my multiplier. Curses blast. But they've only got 13 seconds. Well, that red bar was quite low, we just saw. We'll get it onto them. 6 seconds. I don't think anyone's going to get injured. We definitely want to see the Robo-Docs before the review is out. Yeah. 87-22. So we should go up a bit in the league. As I say, on this game, published by Virgin in Europe in 1992. Arena, or Athena, in the US. But developed by the Bitmap brothers, of course, and it's a fairly good port. Right, let's put us up to third place behind Steel Fury and Damocles. There's Division 1 there. Who are we going to be playing next? Hopefully another lowly one. Yeah, Raw Messiahs, great. So we should be able to beat them. They're the second worst team in the league, I think, apart from Violent Desire, perhaps. Right, and we can afford another player. It's a defender. There's no one else available, so let's put him... Could go for goal, but that'd be a bit of a waste. So let's replace that guy there. Good. Right, so it's 2-star players effectively in Division 2. They wouldn't stand up too much in Division 1. They'd get injured quite quickly. Right, this is going to be my last match, so fingers crossed. Hopefully we can injure a player and see what the Robo-Docs look like when they come on and drag someone off.
Get ready.
Get ready. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, it's ruining it for me slightly, those sound effects missing. But if I hadn't played the Amiga version ever, and I owned this back as a kid, I would have liked this. Very addictive, just like the other one. I think it starts off quicker than the Amiga version, maybe. Colours are very similar. Yeah, the crunching sounds are missing. That's the thing. Whenever you do a tackle there, the opponent will make a noise. That's not there. And that added a bit of extra to the fun, really, a bit of the amusement. They could have done it in the system. I don't know why it's not there. There's Lotus 2 as well. They eliminated some of the sounds. I'm sure they could have done it. Couldn't have been a memory thing or a cartridge thing. Maybe it was. Come on, weave the way up there. It just goes a bit flat, doesn't it, really? When I'm running around with nothing much going on, it just goes a bit flat, and you can't hear any tackles that are going off camera and all that sort of stuff. Couple of coins. Oh, man, come on. Yeah, we're not looking good for the injuries so far. Look at that red bar. That's quite high. Well, that one's midway. Your best chance of an injury is the opposing player's centre forward, or striker, if you will. But it's only Raw Messiahs. Come on. Let's inflict some pain. If they didn't have any armour on, then we would be able to inflict some pain. Yeah, it's looking good. We might be able to... There's a few people with low strength here. We might be able to do some. Hopefully not myself, of course, because I want to live forever.
Get ready.
Get ready. Right, 18 plays 2. Yeah, his bar's really low. Oh, yeah, his bar's really, really low. Their opposing centre forward is low. We only need one more hit on them, and then that's that. We could have keep attacking their goalkeeper, of course. Right. Everything's gone a bit quick. Coin's a bit of a waste of time, because I'm not going to do a fourth game. I don't think so, anyway. Come on. Oh, they've got a multiplier, so they could get... Yeah, it's only 22 plays 4, so they could get a reprieve, a comeback. Launch it. So this is what sports in the future will be like. I think it's going to replace American football and soccer and football and all that sort of stuff. And rugby. It's just going to be this, really. Take him. Oh, man. Now they've got double multiplier. Now I'm a little bit scared. Got a 20-point lead, well more now, but you get 20 points for a goal if you get that multiplier. Now, this is a big chance to injure their player. Oh, I missed it. Come on. Oh, man. I might have missed my only chance there. Come on, that striker must be there, surely. Yes! Right, Robodocs. Yeah, it sounds a bit weak compared to the Amiga version of that. Yeah, that's not good. There was a lovely like high-pitched siren on the Amiga version. It's not here. It's all right. It just wasn't as exciting as an event, that thing. It's quite good when you get a number of those coming on and injure a couple of players at the same time. So if the Amiga was 100% superpower, I'd say this was 92%. Bits missing, but good game nonetheless. Get ready. Come on, let's take that guy out. Bounce dome. There was a cheat there where you can keep hitting that bounce dome all the time for super points. Looks like that's evident in this one as well, which is good to see. And that's your only chance of beating Super Nash one sometimes. So a good win. 66 plays 4. So we had 3 matches, didn't we? 1, 2, lost the other one there. So hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe on the SEGA Genesis or Mega Drive. Published in 1992 by Virgin or Arena, ported for the Amiga version in 1990. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro? Then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. A big thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far, pushing the channel forward, helping me continue, giving me a bit of energy. That's always most welcome. If you want to help a bit more, there's patreon.com/mjenkin. Every bit really does help, and I really mean that. We aim to keep the channel friendly, a bit of a forum, so feel free to chat or say what you want to. That's always good. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.